What is happening, y'all? Welcome to Mr. Person TV. Today we're going to be talking about beautiful but insane Meg the Stallion. There she is, teaching She-Hulk how to twerk that green ass. She out here lying on niggas, getting them sent to prison and shit. So basically a new development has taken place in this whole case thing. The bodyguard from Megan Thee Stallion's former friend Kelsey Harris claims she admitted to shooting Megan and not Tory Lanez.
As Tory Lanez recovers in a hospital after a prison stabbing attack, his father and supporters gathered today to demand his release.
The former rapper was convicted of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Fox 7's Christy Fajardo tells us about the claim of new evidence.
Bringing it to light now was made necessary by the events of this week.
Just days after rapper Tory Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, was attacked in prison, his attorneys are calling on Governor Newsom to pardon or commute his sentence, insisting they have new evidence Lanez didn't shoot superstar Megan Thee Stallion, but it was instead her former best friend, Kelsey Harris. And they say Harris's one-time bodyguard, Bradley James, was spurred by conscience to come forward.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Walter Roberts says the statement aligns with another witness who saw 2 women fighting. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence after being convicted of shooting Stallion in the Hollywood Hills back in 2020. The singer testified against Lanez and in an op-ed wrote, quote, "Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment. We didn't hear back from Stallion's attorney and couldn't reach Harris for comment." Lanez's lawyers say they've had the new evidence for months and were waiting on the appeals court to rule, but went public after he was stabbed in prison.
He was stabbed 14 times.
The rapper's father, Sunstar Peterson, says his son is recovering remarkably well, but recounted the story Lanez told him.
And I quote, "Dad, I thought it was my last. And having made my peace with God, I said, okay, God, is this how it's supposed to end for me?" But God said no. God told him, "Do not give up."
The family and legal team insist Lanez was never given a fair trial, raising questions about the prosecution and investigation, but now say Lanez can't wait for the appellate process to play out. In downtown LA, Christy Fajardo, Fox 11 News.
Okay, when this new information came out, the first thing I thought was Mr. Bradley James. If you knew this crazy hoe Kelsey was really the one who shot Megan and not Tory, why wouldn't you say nothing sooner? But according to Yahoo News, he says his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something that he didn't do. Damn.
There was an argument in the car?
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. Mm-hmm. But that's like normal friend stuff. Like, we fuss about silly stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. But I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated to
right.
the way that it did.
So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming, he said, "Dance, bitch." And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God.
With your lying ass. Turns out your crackhead friend was the one doing all the shooting. And she knew damn well that telling that kind of lie was gonna land Tory into some serious trouble. But she did it anyway. And a lot of people ate that shit up. Well, you got to be an evil bitch to do something like that.
Like, he shot a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I
so
was
is
so
he
scared.
In the car, shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. Like, cause I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared cause I had never been shot at before.
You lying ass bitch. This Tory Lanez situation, a lot of y'all need to understand that it was either going to be one person on trial or two people on trial. Because regardless if Kelsey did it or not, he was still going to go to jail. Tory Lanez is a felon. A felon. Can't be around pew-pews at all. And I'm going to chalk it up for the simple fact that maybe y'all just don't be around people who got felons and y'all just don't know how things work. Pew-pew is found. Every felon is going to jail. The easiest way I could describe it is, remember when Lil Wayne went to jail? They pulled him over in his tour bus and it was a pew-pew on somebody else. They searched that somebody else, saw it on him, and they still took Lil Wayne to jail. It's because Lil Wayne can't be around it. It doesn't matter who had it. Now, y'all can argue the logistics of did he actually pew-pew Megan or not. I believe he did, but also I wasn't there, so I'm not going to argue to something I'm not witness to. I truly don't know what happened, but I do know the law. California Penal Code 2980 states, don't matter who had it. If he's around it, he's going to jail.
She said regardless if Kelsey did it or not, Tory was still going to jail, which is true because if you're a felon, you can't be around no gun or nothing like that. But what the fuck that got to do with Megan lying on him, saying that he shot her? We just gonna dismiss that?
Even if I did believe the bodyguard who was not there, it's truly Kelsey who did it, you can still get sentenced up to 10 years for having a pew-pew in the state of California as a felon. And guess how long he got sentenced to? 10 years. Men lie, but the law is the law.
All of this evidence that's now being presented to the media is not nothing new. Everything that they saying about this whole Tory Lanez case is not new. The bodyguard, him saying what he said about Kelsey, that's not new. All of these things was already presented to the court. And they still gave Tory Lanez 10 years. And if y'all remember, that's why his dad came out of the courthouse and was saying, Rock Nation. It was Rock Nation. It was Rock Nation. But y'all was too busy worried about his hairline. So y'all didn't catch that. Yeah, he was been calling out Rock Nation. And the reason why Tory Lanez is being targeted by a specific group of people is because he put out a way to crack the code and cut out these record labels. Y'all remember with the NFTs? Yeah. That's the reason why he's being targeted. All of this information about Kelsey and the bodyguard and what he witnessed and all of this stuff, it's been out. Don't let these people try to trip you up out here. Y'all gotta pay attention. The shit been out. And they still get that man 10 years. And then put a hit out on him for him to get assaulted. But y'all know what the men that was locked up used to say? Anytime you see a lifer, somebody that's doing life in prison, you ask them. And if I didn't know like that they was doing life, and I'd be like, oh, like when you get out, or they be like, the judge gave me life. But that's what men say. God got the final word. Yes, God got the final word. Y'all put a hit out on this man, and they pissed off. Now they trying to cover their tracks. Because he's still living. He's still able to breathe and tell his story. So yeah, they shivering in their fucking boots.
Shout out to Tory Lanez and his family. Thankfully, the attempt on his life was unsuccessful. And based on what his father said, he is recovering. I also looked into the news that allegedly Megan Thee Stallion fans are sending money to the attacker, Santino Casio. Currently, he's serving a life sentence for murder. And it said he was actually dating a little girl and he killed a little girl, so I had to look into it myself. This article is from the Los Angeles Times back in 2002. It says, boyfriend sought in slaying of 13-year-old. The boyfriend of a 13-year-old girl who was found shot to death early Sunday in an apartment the two shared in Lancaster is being sought for her slaying, authorities said Tuesday. Santino Sonny Casio, a 20-year-old parolee, allegedly shot Evelyn Brenda Sendejas in the head following an argument late Saturday night, said Los Angeles County Sheriff Sergeant Rick Myers. Police believe Sendejas ran away from home in Palmdale and moved into a duplex apartment in the 1100 block of West Avenue H14 with Casio in April. After looking into this dude's history, I said I know damn well these ratchet hoes ain't sending no money to a child murdering pedophile because this hip-hop thot lied to y'all about who shot her. This whole situation should serve as a cautionary tale. Sometimes the beauty of a woman's hardware is mesmerizing, and it's real easy to ignore that her software is corrupted. Instead of vetting a woman properly, you distracted by the potential of sexual gratification. Next thing you know, she letting you smash, y'all taking trips, going shopping, having a good old time. You telling everybody that's your queen. The whole time you sleeping with the enemy. You piss her off bad enough, she'll be sitting in front of Gayle King's crazy ass telling everybody you shot her, nigga. But I'ma end it on that note. Thanks for watching, y'all, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell.